He comes from the direct line of Adam. That's that one line. Those are. Well, right before the flood, it was called a Pangea. After the flood, that's when the whole earth was broken up.
That's right.
And the continents, exactly. Yep. That's right. That's right. Go ahead, Art.
Genesis 3:17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying...
And it's not a real tree. They always show you that Adam and Eve was eating the apple. They wouldn't eat no damn apple.
Noah showed that a little bit too.
Yeah, but that
and
with the berries.
Right.
Come
they
on.
showed the giant transformers building the ark. Listen to that movie, man.
Go ahead. You watch it for entertainment, man.
Yeah,
To us, that was a comedy. It was a comedy to us, man. Hollywood bullshit. Go ahead, Art.
Thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
In other words, you got to work for your food, man. Go ahead.
Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of
What's the herb of the field? Medicine, man. Go ahead.
In the sweat of thy face.
That means you're going to have to put some hours in, man. We still putting hours in. You get caught out there, the system catch you, right? It ain't a serious crime, but they say, well, you got 7 days, what do you call that, community service, man. You ever see them jakes out there in the park picking up papers and shit?
Highways.
Right, on the highways and stuff. They doing some paying some petty little crime that they goddamn committed, man. Because they tried to do that shit to us, man.
Yeah.
They went from, I said, no, I ain't taking those 7 days. It went down to 3 days, I ain't taking it. Went down to 2 days, and went down to 1. I said, I ain't taking 1 day.
Kiss my ass, man.
Because I ain't going to slavery like that.
Put on them bright yellow jackets like you
I said, man, the hell with you. And then basically what happened, they threw the shit out, man. Go ahead, Art.
In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. I got another one here. This is Romans 5:12. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned.
For that all have sinned. All right?
I got the one.
Now there's a scripture, I believe it's in Ezekiel, where it said their bows were not like his bows. 31. And then we're going to have to go back to Genesis with the aprons, because that ties into that. All right? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 31, and she said that? Yes. I started at 5. Therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field. Listen now, listen.
Read again.
Therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field.
Who's it talking about? It's talking about Adam. But it's referring to him as a tree. It's saying that he was the tallest tree among all the trees. The other trees that were shorter than him were the other nations. Hey, you know what? How many Pakistanis you know playing for the NBA? Huh? How many gooks? You had this guy, Yao Ming. Now, if you keep up with basketball, with the NBA, when he first started first year, didn't he used to fall all over himself? And them jakes used to laugh at his ass?
He got dunked on by him on a short.
Yep. He used to fall, stumble, and they used to laugh at. Watch him when he was young, man. But Jake worked with him and got him up to a certain level. But did that slenty-eyed goop ever become a Michael Jordan? Did he ever become a Dr. J? Okay? All he was a damn tall goop, man.
Tallest dude in the NBA.
That's right. Manute Bol, he was just a big, tall Hamite, man. That's all he was. And he was a descendant, of the original Egyptians, man.
That's right.
He would most likely be a Philistine. Like going back to these black unconscious guys, they're trying to say that Israel never exists, Well, wait a minute. Israel had war among the Philistines. Who in the hell were the Philistines fighting against? And there's records on that, man. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field, and his bows were multiplied.
Do you know us or do we know you? Have you ever seen us on YouTube? Do you read the Bible? Okay, good. You're just an innocent bystander. All right, go ahead.
Therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field, and his bow...
Now, how is the Most High talking to people? He's talking to people parabolically, man. Like you got this guy that had a so-called weigh-in debate with this guy, Dr. Ali Muhammad, and what's the guy that he debated against? Soccer War, right? And then Dr. Ali Muhammad, he read out of Songs of Solomon, and he said Solomon didn't write them songs. It was his wife that was writing it to him. That's bullshit. Because when you go to the first page, or the very top, the word there, the songs, which is Solomon's, all right, and it's poetic. Then he said that when you go down to the 5th and 6th verse, it said that it was Solomon's wife, which he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. All right, he had a lot of women. He said that she was ashamed of her blackness because she made a statement: "I am black, but calming. I am black, but beautiful." Now, when you go into Hebrew, the word is not and, bal, right? Abal. It's but, and wa is and. When it says anya, I think it says kashak, wa. It didn't say yapar. It was another word. It started with a na, but it translates to I am black and beautiful. That's what it translates to. Okay? Yeah. So that was Solomon talking about himself. And when he said, "Let him kiss me with the kisses of his lips," he's talking about the Most High, man. And then it switches up. It seems like he's talking to a woman. He's talking about wisdom. That's what you call poetry, man. Allegories. So the same thing, metaphors. So the same thing, when they speak about Adam, was that Ezekiel 31? It said that he was the tallest of all the trees. We know Adam wasn't a tree.
That's right.
Or the Adamites were not trees. But that's parabolic. That's why people can't understand this book, man. You can't read this book page 1, Genesis 1, Genesis 2, Deuteronomy 1, Deuteronomy 2, Psalm, you can't. The scriptures are not meant to be read that way. The scriptures is a puzzle. Okay? Yeah.
So Psalms is read by Solomon.
No, the Songs of Solomon was written by Solomon. It says the Songs of Solomon. David wrote the Psalms. Actually, the Psalms are songs.
Yeah. Another word.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Psalms with a P.
With a P, right. I'm talking about the Songs of Solomon. The Psalms is David and there was other people, not just David, there was other people that wrote some of them Psalms too. Asaph, he wrote a lot of them. Yep. There was another one, Moses, a 91st Psalm. Moses wrote that Psalm. There was another one, I gotta look it up, but there was another one, all right? Go ahead.
This Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Shakawara anya wana awa.
Wana awa. Read again.
No,
read the whole phrase.
Shakawara.
Black, I am black. Go ahead. Anya, black, I am. Go ahead.
Wana.
Wa is and. Go ahead.
Na'awa.
Na'awa. Beautiful.
They changed the butt to make it seem like something else.
That's the translator. They changed it. All right.
That simple word just makes it seem like something else.
It changes the whole idea.
This is Aramaic.
That would be like the Aramaic, or what they call Syrian. But it goes back to this ancient Hebrew. It goes back to the Lashon Tahar. All right. See, now people gonna be talking shit. But what the pure language in the Hebrew is Lashon Tahar, right? See, Tahar saying that he wrote.
That's proof right there why you're supposed to study the Hebrew. It's one word.
That's how you get the full understanding of the scriptures, man. You gotta labor, and then the Spirit has to be working with you, man. Okay, well you gotta talk to this brother, because him and certain other brothers, they make Hebrew videos, man. It's the same thing. The writing is different. The writing is different. Like I'm gonna show you right here on the first page. That would be the Aramaic. Some call it the Syrian. Only you don't know if you got that page left. Okay, see that right there? That would be like the Aramaic, and then the ancient, the Paleo Hebrew is different. Okay, which the scholars, right? Which the scholars call it they call it the Phoenician tongue. When you look up the word Phoenicia, right?
Phonics.
Right, but Phoenicia goes back to the Canaanites. If you go to Google and you put in Canaanites and you hit image, it'll show you the alphabet, and it's the ancient Hebrew alphabet, man. Or they'll call it the Punic languages. The Punic, I like to use that term. The Punic language, which the word Punic is nothing but a Latin word, punici, all right, which goes back to the Greek word Phoenician, which goes back to the Canaanite word Canaan or Canaan. So why you keep using the word Punic? That's the white man's language, man.
That's what the Greeks
The Punic Wars, the reason why they call it the Punic Wars, because the white man put in his record book and called it the Punici Wars. Because they were fighting against the Punici. The Romans were calling the Hannibal, he was calling them Punici, which means Canaan, the Canaanites. And there wasn't no Canaanites, man, they were Israelites. You have people calling us Canaanites because we were living in the land of Canaan, man. Oh, go give me Isaiah 19.
It's like you ever heard of Jordan Maxwell? He's trying to say that the Hebrew language is not a Hebrew language. That is actually a Phoenician Canaanite language.
It is a Canaan. The scholars call it. When they say anything about, when you read on anything about the Canaanite language or the Phoenician tongue, it's really talking about the Hebrew. Which Ali is right. Hebrew is not the name of a language. The word Hebrew, all right. Who was the first Hebrew? I'm asking y'all, who was the first? All right, that brother shot. Well, y'all had it too. All right. Hey, but there was this one guy up there in Harlem. He used to be in my camp years ago, if I remember, the chubby dude. And they asked him who's the first. So I met asked him who's the first Hebrew. And the guy said, "Well, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know everything." That's basic. That's GMS 101, man. Okay. The first Hebrew. Thank you. The first Hebrew is a man by the name of Eber. The word Hebrew goes back to the man Eber, man. Ibar. And the word Ibar or Hebrew means past. Like you have a past tense, present tense, and future tense. It doesn't mean Passover, but when you look it up, the scholars will tell you it means Passover, which in a way is right, because if I pass over this bridge, I pass it. So that's if I pass. Right?
That's right. That's right.
But the word actually it's actually a tense. It's actually a tense. Past as opposed to present or as opposed to future. These guys don't get into words. That's why Nate is stuck on stupid, man. Go ahead.
And the reason why they call it the Canaanite or the Proto-Canaanite or those Phoenician language is because when you go back to the beginning, what was happening was all people were speaking the same language. So once the flood after the flood, people were still speaking that same language. So what happened was they all came together as one to, to build this tower to the heavens, and the Lord was displeased